Hello and welcome. You're watching Don Bosco Media Network. This is Monalisa Rambai bringing to you the Salesian news across the globe. The Salesian Mission's Missionary Prosecutor's Office, based in New Rochelle, United States, is a Salesian NGO dedicated to raising funds to support development projects around the world. In 2020, we helped 67 provinces, which received a total of $8.5 million for over 100 projects, explained Don Goosebeek, head of Salesian Missions. We've been doing this for 75 years, during which time we've raised over $637 million. In the special year dedicated to the encyclical Laudato Si, 24th May 2020 to 2021, the Missionary Prosecutor's Office has also curated, among its many projects, several environmental theme programs. The Missionary Prosecutor's Office provides aid through educational, health, humanitarian assistance projects for the construction of churches and thanks to the Salesian Lay Missioners SLM program. A recent example of how the Salesian Missions helped moral and spiritual development in education is how it managed to collect a donation of 1,000 Bibles from the Koch Foundation and then distribute them to indigenous youth in Mexico. Or again, how he supported the construction of 35 chapels during 2020, allocating a total of $607,475 to such projects. About a year ago, the Salesian province of the Southern Philippines, FIS, signed an agreement with local health authorities to make its home available for pickups in Lawan near Talisay City, which at that time was unusable for its purposes due to the pandemic, as a temporary accommodation center for healthcare professionals on the front line for the care of COVID-19 patients. Since 10 May last, the Salesian House has stopped this service, but those who have stayed inside do not forget how it was welcomed there and what found you. The frontline health workers, in addition to the fatigue inherent in their work, in addition to the fear experienced firsthand to contract the virus, for months also met with the mistrust of neighbors who feared that they might be the vehicles of contagion and had to isolate themselves from their own families to protect them. If in the first year of the pandemic we had fewer deaths and more unemployed, in the second year we have more dead and more unemployed because it is difficult for us to do our job well, and there is no exemplary punishment for those people who took advantage of the people's money at this crucial moment of the pandemic. With these words, the Bishop of the Apostolic Vicariate of Chaco Paraguayo, the Salesian Monsignor Gabriel Nancisco Escobar Ayala, denounced during the Mass of the Feast of Mary Help of Christians last May 24th the evils that afflict the flock entrusted to him. During the month of May, the young people who are part of the missionary childhood and adolescence of the work Hogar Don Bosco, based in Santa Cruz, planted some trees to raise awareness of the environment. The boys planted ornamental shrubs of tajibo and ceiba and made a commitment to care for them for as long as they grow up. Taking care of the nature gives us hope for a better tomorrow, and as Salesians, we are always called to hope, said Don Jose Maria Zambrana, Salesian and director of the Don Bosco Project, an initiative, the latter, aimed at the recovery of street children, which consists of 3 centers located in the city of Santa Cruz, including the Hogar Don Bosco. The emergency linked to the COVID-19 pandemic continues in India. Faced with this serious situation, the Salesians are multiplying their efforts to help the population. In recent days, the organization Don Bosco Vedu of Trivandrum has in fact distributed 200 medical kits to students and poor families of the colony of Karimadam and subsequently delivered about 850 food packages. Last Monday, May 24th, Feast of Mary Help of Christians, the Salesian province of the Western United States SUO celebrated the diaconal ordination of Peter Duke Lee, which took place in the Corpus Christi Church in San Francisco. The ordination was presided over by Monsieur Michael Barber, who in his homily was of great inspiration to all those who participated. In recent days, at the Salesian Institute Don Bosco Iranga, the Skill Show Week, the week dedicated to the technical skills of children, has ended. This week, in fact, students had the opportunity to show, under the guidance of skilled instructors, the skills learned during their studies. The main guest of the festival, which had as its theme Improving Youth Innovation, was Susan Magani, Regional Director of VETA, the Government Authority of Vocational Training. We believe that it was the Holy Spirit who formed in Don Bosco the heart of father and teacher, capable of a total gift of self to poor young people, and that Mary is a mother and interceder for us. Like Don Bosco, we believe that Mary has led and protected this family for her growth on all continents. She inspires us to take care of the good of the younger generation so that they can have a better future. This is how the Counselor for the East Asia Oceania region, Father Joseph Tingpok, begins in the letter he sent to Salesians and the Salesian family of his region on the occasion of the solemnity of Pentecost and the Feast of Mary Help of Christians. Below, we report a broad summary of the missive, in which he casts his gaze on the current reality of region. In 1901, in the Salesian work in Rodio del Medio, a school was born oriented to teach viticulture and enology, and soon the construction of the experimental winery also began. On April 17th of that year, the first mass wine was filtered by Don Paolo Ribotti. This date in a certain sense symbolizes more than any other the birth of Mendoza's work Don Bosco. Various child-focused organizations such as Margaret Bosco Balsadan, MBBS, Catalyst for Social Action, Human Touch Foundation, Children's Right in Goa, Childline Goa, and Konkan Development Society have joined hands in caring for children during the second wave of the COVID-19 pandemic in Goa. A first ever COVID-19 care center for children at Don Bosco Shelter Home, Para, Goa, was launched by Dr. Nigambar Naik, Managing Committee Member, Indian Red Cross Society. The center will care for male children who are COVID positive with asymptomatic and mildly symptomatic traces. The center, approved by the collector, North Goa, was inspected by YVV Rajashekhar IAS, Secretary, and Dipali Naik, Director of the Women and Child Department. The St. Dominic Saviour Church Maulai Parish on the 31st May 2021 prayed the Rosary at the podium Maulai with great enthusiasm. The prayer ended with setting aflame to the letters to Mary by the faithful to pray to the Virgin Mother to intercede, especially in this time of the pandemic. So viewers, that is all we have for you today. Until we meet again, thank you for watching.